Hello everybody, this is Sandy Rodriguez, live from Hollywood, or should I say live from Heart of Hollywood Media. We are a motion picture production company, full service, which will offer everything that filmmakers might need to make their job easier. Now today we have something very special prepared for all of you. We're going to begin our series of interviews with amazing figures from different industries related to entertainment, politics, culture, and a great many other realms that I'm sure you will enjoy listening from. And today we have the most amazing guest we could possibly get our hands on. That is Mr. Steve Jennings joining us today. Hello, Steve. Yes, hello. And Steve Jennings is somebody that I would like to introduce to those who have not yet read an amazing book that he wrote. Many of you know him as a U.S. silver medalist. Perhaps you know him as an All-American athlete. He is also a lawyer, an attorney at law. He is a motivational speaker, but what I would like for everybody to know is that he has written the most amazing book. This is a book called The Way of the Invincible Warrior. It's a very unique book that can help people turn their life around and really expand and grow and evolve as human beings. It's something that is extraordinary, and Steve will talk to us about a number of aspects of his personality, his writing, and especially his recommendations for everybody out there listening to us here at Heart of Hollywood. Hello, Steve.
Hello, Sandra.
It's lovely to see you today. Steve.
Good to see you.
Good to see you. Steve, I don't mean to put you on the spot, but I know I know that you went through something very traumatizing at the age of 27. I also know that you really overcame it, and it became a catalyst for many great things. Could you please expand on that, Steve?
Well, the book, The Way of the Invincible Warrior, it has a great to deal with that particular element of overcoming. And yeah, you mentioned at the age of 27 that this particular event occurred where I was on a outskirts of East Berlin, and an event occurred where my vehicle was crushed into, smashed into, and I was pronounced dead. I was crushed. And so they left me on the side of the road in a river of my own blood, and they left me there.
Oh my.
Thing is, about 15, 20 minutes or so later, all the support personnel, the paramedics, they were walking back by. They had seen the people that had crushed into me, smashed into my vehicle. But then they were walking back to their support vehicles. And one man took a look, and when he took a look back at my car, about 30 feet away or so, he thought he saw that sheet that they had covered me with. He thought he saw the sheet move.
Oh my goodness, Steve. And
he stopped. The rest of the men kept walking. He took another look, and sure enough, he saw that sheet move again. The thing, what it was, I was crushed underneath the sheet in there, and somehow I just barely twitched my arm a little bit, and I moved the sheet. So they rushed over, they pulled the bloody sheet off my body, and they checked my vital signs again, and somehow, some way, I had started back up a little bit with a little bit of a heartbeat, a little bit of a breath, and I'd come back. And so the thing is, it wasn't like all was good. They did rush me to the hospital. I was in a coma for 32 days, and I was paralyzed. It took me 4 years to walk normally, another 14 years to run, but there were so many challenges along the way, not only physically but financially, because you can get pretty destroyed and very deeply into debt. So, but going to the book, so many people in life, they have challenges. They have setbacks. They have blocks. They have fears. They have all this despair, this darkness in their life, where it's either their family or their health or their business or their career. Something is stopping them, figuratively, metaphorically, crushing them, paralyzing them where they can't move forward in their lives. Well, I found out a few things about what actually you can do. how you can overcome challenges when it seems like there's no way, there's not a chance. Most everybody's given up on you. Doctors said you don't have a chance. Just don't even have a dream of that, of something that can never be. So they didn't want to fill me with a dream of something that couldn't be.
Exactly.
See, when people don't give you hope, that's a hard thing, because hope, you know, gives you something to shoot for, like there's a chance. And so I had a second chance. And a lot of people in life, if they can just see that, yes, I can overcome. And whatever their goal, whatever their worthy goal, whatever their worthy dream is in life, you know, to achieve, I see that it can be done. And there's so much in the book that goes through this, but, you know.
Steve, I want to ask you something. During that period of time when you were, let's say, not alive, were you aware of something happening? What was your experience during that brief period before you started coming back, let's say, to life, really?
You know, so many people ask me that, what it's like,
yes,
you know, to be gone, so to speak.
Yes.
But what I remember best, and I can, let me explain that, the consciousness of that most people understand, or as far as when you're alive and awake,
exactly,
and seeing things in life, and you know, determining your choices in life and things like that. It's different. It's not the same as like you're awake and you know you're contemplating about something, you're thinking about this. What I remember, at least enough, is that when I was struck, for those just few seconds, but those eternal few seconds,
of course,
I saw my entire life. I saw everything. I saw everybody, every important person, every important event. It was all there, a whole life, in just a matter of a few eternal seconds. So I saw it all. It gave me a perspective that I will never forget of what's important in life, what matters in life. But as far as, you know, for those 20 minutes of being gone, I can't say that. And I know I've talked to a lot of people at this point in my life through so many years that have been, you know, pronounced dead and have come back under all sorts of circumstances. And so every person's experience is a little different. I'm not saying mine is exactly like them, but I can't say I remember everything. But I can say when I was in a coma for 32 days, I do remember quite vividly at times I heard everything. I sensed everything. And so I want to say to those people listening that if you have a loved one, my experience is that there are vivid moments where that loved one hears you. Even if you go hold their hand and they may not squeeze your hand back right then, that doesn't mean they're not there to be responsive. In my experience, I heard many things. So I want you to know that just because someone's in a coma, they are not just, you know, blank and out. That's my experience. I didn't hear everything at all times, but I do remember at times I would hear, you know, all kinds of things. I heard voices, I heard people talking. But this wasn't at all times that I remember, but I do remember this. And so if you have a loved one that is in a coma, there is a connection, and always know that.